form. And again, this I guess we could tie back to Egypt again, because we have that. Oh, I always forget the name of it, but Anthony West was among other people who looked at this also, about the temple that is in the image of man. Have you heard about that?
Yes, definitely. I wanted to use that as a reference, but having a look at the temples again, it doesn't look anything like the Baalbek temple, as convincing as the Baalbek temple. I couldn't really go with the human form lad over. It was Luxor or something like the Luxor temple with the causeway, and it didn't seem that human looking to me, and I thought maybe it was stretching it a bit, but of course their writings do speak about it. And of course the Solomon temple in the biblical writings speaks of the detail in the temple, and I've got a link on that website to another author's great sort of analysis where he's drawn the image of taking all the extracts out of the original Hebrew recreation of the Solomon temple. It looks like arms, legs, the face, eyes, things that were in, from above would look like a big man standing there.
Yeah, that's right. And we have the idea that the temple, as it were, in a kind of esoteric sense, that the temple actually is man. So again, this is kind of a as above, so below kind of image here that they're recreating.
This is our blueprint. This is who we are and where we come from. Like Stonehenge, I found the Vitruvian man fit in between the trilithons. Out of Giza, with 1 foot touching the Sphinx and I think it was and there's another small little pyramid to the side of the Sphinx, and all that geometry with this strange five-sided shape that the human form fits in. I found it in California, in the Arizona desert. There's 3 big depictions of Da Vinci-like men within this five-sided shape. It's an elongated pentagon. And on Mars, the five-sided pyramid, it's the human form blueprint fits beautifully, geometrically in that. And now we have the Solomon Temple having the same theme, and of course Baalbek. And is this something that these great visitors from the sky just use as a universal language? You've got to ask that question.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so you think that if we look at this at the Baalbek Temple, you think that these were built by the newcomers, as it were, to this planet?
Yeah. Well, looking at the blocks, it outshines the Sphinx Temple. So the exact age of it. People will never know. This is really amazing sort of work. It must be thousands and thousands of years old.
Yeah, that's right.
But another thing that we should mention is the size. Okay, we've got this giant human form. Why so big? A lot of people sort of said to me, but why would they do this? I don't get the idea of making something for us to interpret that you can't even see unless you fly in an airplane.
Yeah, that's right.
And that suddenly dawns on you is this message and all these star maps and these temples is not for us. It's a huge twist in the story, and I wish I knew that amazing twist. And when I do my next print run, I'm going to put that in the last 2 lines of the book. This great message is not apparently for us. It's facing the heavens. Now think about the mechanics. Why make all these pyramids and all these layout plans so massive, Stonehenge so massive, all facing deep cosmos, viewed from space?
Or it.
Now, how we have to. Sorry?
No, I just wanted to interject and say that, or maybe it is a message to us, but it is in the form that when we are so technologically advanced that we're beginning to look out there for answers, we are in a position to actually see, these kind of temples from above, meaning that we have a whole riddle here on Earth to solve before we can, before we.
Saying that basically it was designed for our future. When we were advanced enough to fly, then we would crack the code. Is that what you're saying?
In a way, yes.
Because there's another thing that comes to mind, and I think this might even be even more convincing, is they say that if you build a Hubble telescope 100 times bigger than the one that we have now, and link it to really good focusing computers and what have you, space is vacuum, and you can basically see right back to the Big Bang. With the right telescopic equipment, not only would you see the nearest stars that are planets, like our solar system, you'd be able to see great detail on the planets. Now, if you were a technology on a solar system that is just about to enter space travel, and you want to find out where can we go and look for other worlds, wouldn't it be neat if you can build that great telescope and then look and see not just worlds that have got water and life on them, but if you can see patterns of monuments that tell a message?
Wow,
I think this is what it is.
That's amazing.
This is probably, in fact, I think it is. This is the proverbial American flag on the moon analogy. But on our planet, we have these pyramids showing who we are and where we come from.
Yeah.
Like the Americans put the flag on the moon, this is who we are and we came from. We did it first. We colonized it. Well, we have the right to it as a discovery kind of thing. Maybe there's a universal law out there that allows colonization as to who finds it first. And this is our blueprint that's stamped on the planet.
And also just a thought came to mind when you mentioned that about the big telescope, that then we would also actually be looking into the past. The further out we look, the further back to the past we look, because it takes millions of years for that light to actually reach that telescope.
That would be a bit too far, but what I'm thinking of is a good telescope, let's say 100 times bigger than Hubble, but we would just be more reasonable, say 30 or 40 times bigger than the Hubble, the big dish, with a mirror, beautiful polished mirror that's perfect and no flaws, and computer focusing equipment. It would be quite likely we would be able to see a good 100 to 200 light years away, which is still massively impressive. You can see stars and planets and zoom in and focus onto those planets and see pyramids or great structures, massive structures. That would probably be the limitation of the telescopic view, I would guess. I don't think it would be much more than that. It's hard to imagine seeing detail more than that. And I'm pretty sure the message on a planet would be, decipherable using simple logic. There's a human face, there's a star, and the human face on the star, it's saying that star is humans occupying it. These are the human blueprint. These are the our lineage. They're not reptilians. They've got that planet. It's theirs. And forget that one. Let's go look at another one. And before they go on their great mission and waste a lot of energy going in a specific direction with a specific destination. I think that's probably as simple as it is.
Fascinating. And Wayne, I think that is a good point to round things up for this time. And I want to again thank you so much for coming on. The search, as it were, continues. There's so much more material to look at, and new material as always come to light. Do you have any idea, by the way, your next book, when is it coming out? Are you working on that right now? How's it going?
I'm holding back on it, and I'm working more on the Solomon Key and the link with the Hiram Abiff star map, and those two I'm working on releasing that in time with Dan Brown's material at Christmas, and holding thumbs that Dan gets a chance to really have a look at this simple interpretation, and hopefully he's inspired by it as well. And if that happens, I will have a book that is at least comparing with others.
Interesting, and
just to get the information out there.
Yeah, definitely. And again, before we round things off, in case we have anybody just tuning into this subscriber interview here and are interested in finding out more about you and your work, mention your book and website again for us.
Yeah, sure. It's thehiddenrecords.com, thehiddenrecords.com, and you just click on the book cover. You can see areas around the world where the book is available, predominantly Amazon. The Freemason star map on the web page is a little gold pyramid of the all-seeing eye on the home page. Just click on that. And the Key of Solomon, go to keyofsolomon.net. And the clues are not fully posted yet. We're going to release more clues leading up to the full deciphering between now and Christmas.
Excellent. So again, the websites are keyofsolomon.net and thehiddenrecords.com. Again, thank you so much for coming on, Wayne, and I would love to have you back on the show again.
Sure, great pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.